Actually, a 7-2 win for Epsilon here, but it might be mistaken. There could have been another map, but that's the last time they met, so they're gonna have to change things up on the likes of Fact Gaming, if that might be the case. First off, the bannings, and there's just a Heartbreacher straight off the board. Hibana.
So no Hibana means that less drops will be opened up in this matchup, that's for sure. There's probably going to be a lot of Maverick played coming out, though surprisingly, we haven't actually seen much Maverick being brought, even when he's very useful.
Maverick banned.
And he's banned. Okay, wow.
Interesting.
Well, look at that. Interesting. Indeed. So Mav banned out means that there's only one hard breacher, of course.
Probably going to see Kind, maybe? I don't know. It's not really necessary because the Tetcher is up. But
they kind of need to ban something to play into the hard breaching game.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it doesn't... But it's probably going to be a Mira ban. Since Echo has just been banned out, I'm betting this last one will be Mira.
And they're starting on defense themselves, but do they want to risk it, of course, because they also have to go to the attack? Like, Mira is easily countered, but people don't practice against or with anymore. Yeah, Mira is up. Kind is going to get banned, and that's interesting.
Okay, so we'll have a really, really different kind of clubhouse for the last map of this series. That is going to offer us some new experiences, that's for sure. With Mira in play, Cash is easier to defend. Basements, you can do some stuff with Mira on basement, though it's not her best side.
I think it's like the worst side.
Yeah, Jim is... There's some stuff you could do by the jacuzzi balcony.
Bathroom.
Yeah, but... yeah, okay, Mira's not the best in the world.
Would you say use Mira onto the bathroom wall and open up jacuzzi just yourself?
No, because from the Mira wall, you can't see a whole lot of jacuzzi balcony.
That's true.
Like if the jacuzzi wall was a little bit more to the middle of the balcony, then you could control it from one Mira window in bathroom. Yeah, absolutely. But no, you only see the corner of the wall, so it's not worth it. You may as well make the attackers work for it, especially. Well, no, I mean, yeah, no, you should make them work for it.
Yeah.
Now, we're gonna be going to the basement first things first, so we don't need to think about that for right now. With Kaid banned out, that means that the drop-downs are going to be easier to get open, but of course the kitchen drop-down here was the drop-down where impact tricking was practically invented. So, you can pretty easily impact trick that drop-down in kitchen. At least that one can be denied.
So that's hatch taken care of.
I don't think the Thermite's going to even try to...
You don't want to risk it, right?
Yeah,
but
the
thing is...
You've only got 2 extra thermics.
It is Fact, though, and Fact has done it in the past. They just place it on the soft wall.
You can.
No, they place it on the soft floor, and then they just do it from there. They don't even place it on the hatch.
Well, if you place it on the soft floor, they can shoot it.
Yeah, I know, but they've done it in the past and actually worked out in some crazy way.
Well, that's just people messing up on the other side.
They try to impact trick and then realize, and then it's already too late due to the short fuse time.
Well, Dogon's going to eat some damage early on, and he's trying to get some back, but he won't actually. He'll have to fall all the way back into the site, disappointed.
More important that he stays alive, though. Like,
yeah,
he's going to be so much more important than right now just to hold down blue, because of course those hatches, they can only choose to open one, maybe 2, but I can also imagine them wanting to put pressure from the tunnel or to open up the church wall.
My bet is they're going to try and open up Moto Drop and then church wall.
Yeah. That's what the logical thing would be, right?
That's what most people do. I mean, that's what you used to do back when you only had Thermite before Hibana was introduced. That was a long time ago, but basement of Clubhouse actually hasn't changed that much since then, to be honest.
No, definitely not. Like, there's just one extra set of stairs, and that's it.
Just the basement specifically. Almost other things on this map have changed quite a lot.
Yeah, it's just the one extra set of stairs onto blue, which actually forces blue to be played. But that's the one thing that changed, and is really not that big of a deal because you get so much control as well when you're actually doing that, because you can just look into Armory if you're not being contested.
They made a few other micro adjustments from my understanding, but nothing sweeping, nothing actually relevant to the way that you play it.
Game changing and tactical changing. Yeah.
So Moto has been opened up, so that's step number 1 here for Fact Gaming. The next one is probably going to be the church wall. There is a mute in play, which means Thatcher will need to EMP the wall once, but obviously it's hard to mute trick, so that's probably not going to happen. No bandit being brought here from Epsilon, so that's not a factor that Fact need to consider. No pun intended. I'm going to be setting up for that second exothermic, I'm sure, in just a little bit. As Sportos drops down, he will still have it ready. And here it comes. Impact tricking potentially.
Yeah, he's looking at it, he's like,
He's scared.
What are you going to be doing about this? Going to place it as low as possible to make the the opportunity of the impact.
He's successful.
Tricked it. Yeah, he just mind played it right there, and that's one impact going to be gone off the board. He's going to be placing it yet again. As the next impact is about to come out, it might actually be tricked. Not sure. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be tricked off, and that means that it is going to be Fact Gaming. They will have to force themselves through some choke points, but it's going to be Profit. Who else to open things up for the likes of Fact?
And there's Zeus trying to get more from Blue. Stade will add to the defense's tally, as well as Judge and JPM. Looks like Epsilon are going to be able to win these fights on the bottlenecks, and it'll be a lockout. Only one kill for Fact. Imagine how much different that round could have been if the wall was opened up.
Good choice right there. I really like the way that they reinforced it the way they did, because if that's the case, you cannot use Sledge or Buck or just your bullets to make sure that the soft wall gets broken, so you can place it inside, which protects it from the impact. So, like, good thinking right there of Epsilon. It's these small little things that can make the difference, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. One impact was the difference maker in that round, and it will set the tone for this whole match, because when you win in a defense like that, it means that you're not going to go back to that site for a while, and it sets in the mind of the attackers that, well, they're the ones who have to work extra hard to win next time you go to that site. So it's like an impending loss of a round, essentially.
Especially since it was so concisive as well. It wasn't even close, right?
It was, yeah, one round for the attack. But again, if the wall had gotten opened up, I imagine that could have been a very different result. Not saying Fact would have won it definitively, but saying that it would have certainly...
It's so much easier.
Yeah, it certainly would have been 4 defenders alive at the end.
Oh well. Mirror got 6-picked out of the actual playing field into a pulse by Judge, and that is definitely going to be changing things up. In fact,
I honestly agree with that, like, a lot.
I like it, yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, because the Mira on this site is good, but not, like, great. Well, let's talk about Mira for half a second. She's not in the meta anymore. No. People still ban her because she's so polarizing, but she's not, like, this operator that dictates.
If you meet a team that actually strutted around Mira, you're screwed up if you haven't practiced against her, right? So she definitely still has a low impact. No, definitely, but I like the fact, because Fact doesn't seem to be clearing out too much on the roam in the late rounds, so if then we see Judge rotate downstairs, he can possibly do something with that C4.
Well, to be honest, like, lounge control is so important in this site.
Yeah.
I think it's undervalued by a lot of people, but if you hold lounge as a defender on this, and if you want to hold lounge, you have to hold garage, but if you hold garage and lounge together, then you have site control.
Then you should win.
Yeah, you should win, basically.
You should
like, even if you lose site control, you can deny a plant from below then.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, a lot of people are like, garage is the most important thing. That might be true to some extent. Like, you need to have that garage control as a defender, definitely. But you definitely need to have someone in lounge as well to make sure that, for example, double impact from Zofia cannot come down to just kill your bandit straight at the get-go. But it didn't seem to be the case. Launch control was right here. They still managed to open up due to the concussions to come through. Now, the simple barricade could have actually stopped that, if I'm correct. Right?
So the barricade is inconsistent. It can not. The best way to do it is to barricade shield. Yeah. So it kind of So the barricade would have been helpful there. Though. I don't know if they had it or didn't, but it didn't seem like they did.
No, because he rotated back out through as the actual stairs, so it wasn't actually there.
No barricade.
No barricade, and there we go. Zofia about to move in. It's going to be Judge, however, to pick up the first frag. It's going to be the trade to come through. Profit is going to be able to help himself back up. The question is someone going to be able to secure that kill? No, that's not going to be the case.
Oh, wow.
They're not going to be aware of the fact that the down actually came through, or they just didn't want to overextend, and that means Profit will live for now to fight another day to keep launch control because they need it so badly.
Imagine if Dogon had peeked that.
Yeah, just imagine.
Judge gets the second kill there onto Profit, though, so his life was not long-lived. He did get himself picked back up.
He used to C4 for it, so I
mean,
it
was worth it.
It's worth it for Profit to die right there. There's a lot of utility gone. Smoke canister right there. Won't be stopping it. It's going to be JPM from the actual rafters right there to pick up one, hoping to go for two. Is actually being challenged right now by Zeus from the bottom floor right there. Sugo falls from the actual balcony. There comes the peek. There comes the kill. It's Epsilon with 2-0.
So things are looking good right now for Epsilon. They're still riding the wave that they established for themselves in the last map, where they won in map number 2. Meanwhile, if you look at the faces of Fact, they still look just as distressed as they did when they lost map 2. So this seems like a story of a comeback from Epsilon in the second map of a best of 3 and a ride through the third. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Epsilon look really chilled out, really focused.
When you're starting to move your chair like that, you're feeling relaxed. You're feeling comfortable. Or really nervous. It's one of the two. But I think it's quite relaxed considering it's just
we're
warming
talking about nervous faces. I would point a finger at the faces of fact right now.
Yeah, that's definitely true. They're feeling it slip away, so to say.
Yes.
Of course, defense-sided Clubhouse with 2 Heartbreacher bends. Cannot take that away.
That's really relevant for sure.
A really, really big defense-sided thing.
If you win an attack, then oh boy, did you do something spectacular.
1 or 2 attacks and you're set.
Yeah, if Fact Gaming can get 1 or 2 attacks and then like not stress themselves out. Yeah, if they can just like, okay, reset, second half, we have the advantage. It's very winnable. It's very winnable.
Because that's something that doesn't always translate through to the mines. As soon as it's defense-sided like this, and Epsilon starting out on the defense is going to get a head start. They're going to have a flying start.
Let's say they end 4-2.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, we got this.
But they don't, because 4-2 is actually very preferable towards Fact with the current bans.
Yeah, 4-2, I'd say it's not very preferable. I say 4-2 is like a happy place for Fact.
Yeah,
like
happy.
They got 2 rounds and they're like, yeah, I know, we're good.
If they have that mindset though, because you see how stressed they are.
Yeah.
Even though they only need 1 or 2 rounds.
It is a question mark, because Fact Gaming let's say Fact Gaming gets 2 rounds and then they go into the second half and then they get stressed by the fact that they're down by round count. They have to definitely look at the bigger picture.
It's that 1 HP shot from the
alive?
drone.
Wow.
He's going to be able to trick now.
He's lucky that, he and his whole team are exceptionally lucky that he did not die on that drone hole just now.
Literally 1 HP. Flashbang comes in. Imagine if Flashbangs did damage on explosion, just 1 damage.
I mean, if it hits him, it would
then he's also dead.
Yeah, well, it would down him, but yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
So cleared out the shield. Now they can lifeline to deny the bandit tricking. There's the first lifeline. And it will be successful. Wall opened up there. Stade runs away. Dogon manages to punish Zoogle, though. So the wall gets opened, but at a cost. It's your Thatcher eliminated. And Stade is still alive, which means he can put a bandit battery down on the bathroom wall.
They can't reinforce that. They don't have a reinforcement left. That's okay. I would have honestly saved the reinforcement as soon as it goes open up. You just put it down and you trick it afterwards. Right. That's usually what you do. But
double layer trick.
Yeah. Epsilon doesn't really seem to be having the utility to do so, and because of that, they're going to be playing in shotgun close on the area. And as soon as someone tries to push that, it should be over. But it's going to be Prophet and Oregon both picking up 1 kill, and this bathroom actually secured right now. This is why you actually make sure that that is closed. It's going to be Fact now with complete side control, but it's going to be Drader to pick up 1. It's going to get spotted out and deals a lot of damage towards Prophet without taking any of himself, really. As he tries to rotate back safely, he's going to be unaware of the fact where actual Prophet is going to be located at, as he is pretty far into the site. Where is the plant? Is it not coming down yet? They have so much side control.
They have site control, yes, but they're also the gym wall is pretty opened up right now. They do need to go for a plant, but I'm guessing they're just not wanting to rush themselves. There's got a whole minute left in this round to actually work their advantage even stronger. They're going to need to get rid of the castle barricade, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take some punching, that's
for sure. They don't want
to
jump through the window, because that's just a little death sentence right there.
It is. So, risky business here. Got to open up the castle barricade. Got to go for the plant inside of Jim. Judge is doing his best to deny the rotation through the windows. You can see there's actually someone on those windows. I think it's Zeus on the Jackal.
Yeah.
And he's just looking to apply pressure to the site. Meanwhile, still in bathroom, we've got the Zofia, who pushes actually into the hallway, but dies to Judge. A bad timing there, and Judge gets a second kill as he pushes up. Dogon, the final kill in Epsilon. What a clutch. Fact looked like they had control in their favor, but the timing could not have been worse.
Honestly. I thought it was a flick of Dogon onto the player on Prophet, but it was actually the site onto, what's it called? I believe that's called Office right there. I don't know what the site is called anymore right there.
Gym?
Yeah, no,
bedroom?
No, the drop down where you drop into. That's called
Office, yeah. That is Office, you're right.
That's where someone stepped in from, so.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think the Castle was just pushing from Workshop. He pushed out of Workshop and he got 2 kills there. They managed to deny the site push. Epsilon is getting lucky in every single way right now. And
this is not good what you're seeing. It's like
look at
tapping their feet. You can see it on the rest of the body.
Look at the chair move.
When you're plucking your face as well, it's just pure
stress.
Signs right here of stress, indeed.
The thing is they set themselves up so well right there. Yeah. It looked like they should have had it. That wasn't a kill, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was the actual kill.
Yeah. It looked like Epsilon was out of the round when Fact managed to get those kills on the entry. They had a lot of things going for them, and by them I mean Fact. But then, yeah, bad timing. Really bad timing on the push from Fact. It seems like Fact is coming within inches of winning a round every single one of these rounds. Yeah, and then they freeze up.
they don't know what to do anymore. Of course, last time they played, Epsilon in the regular season managed to completely destroy them here. So
really,
I believe it was Clubhouse, and I believe it was a 7-2. So like,
yikes!
they feel comfortable here, even though this is the most played map for both Fact and the rest of the Benelux.
So 7-2 in favor of Fact in the regular season.
In favor of Epsilon.
In favor of Epsilon. Okay.
So I wouldn't let that slip through as your possible decider.
Well,
if that's the case.
yeah.
Of course, it was like 10 weeks ago, or something like that. So
that's a bit of a while ago.
A lot could have changed by then.
Yeah, and again, reminder, 2 hard breachers down here for
really
Fact.
defense-sided map right now.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's defender-sided even if you don't ban a hard breacher.
Yeah.
Not a single one, still defender-sided.
But if you ban 2, then it's suddenly very, very defender-sided. So
we'll see if Fact can get any rounds out of this first half. Oh, we see some movement here from Dogon. He's taking a lot of risks, and Oregon's doing his best to pressure him, but Prophet's actually the one to get the kill.
Yeah, Prophet manages to jump in right there and secure that roam. That's going to be the Legion off the board quite early on. Meaning that a lot of the... Why is that hatch not reinforced?
Uh-oh. Oh, is that a player by Jukebox?
Yeah, that's a player on
Why?
Jukebox, and he's not going to get spotted out. It's going to be the gunfight completely lost right there. Instead, managing to stay alive because they run a castle strat. That's what they do here. They make sure they have bar castled off. And the pool and everything else. They play this. They play like this. Epsilon, they've done it over and over and over again every single time. This hatch is now going to get C4 to allow a rotation to come in from Judge. And he will not be able to be chased down by this player right here. Actually, he might be, as his feet are going to get spotted out. It's going to be Sportos to do some damage, but not quite enough.
So Prophet is punished for losing a gunfight, but Fat Gaming still managed to do a lot of damage to 2 players on Epsilon eSports. So this is not lost for Fact, but it's definitely not ideal. And another thing, they still have to get a lot of things open up before they can actually pressure the site directly. The Thermite is going to be paramount in this round. The question is, what will he be able to open up? In all likelihood, again, it will be a Moto drop and then Church Wall play here from the Thermite. He has gotten the Moto drop already. In fact, it might have been, no, rather, correction. It was opened up, I believe, earlier
Where's
by
the other
the
exotermic
castle.
charge gone then?
That is a good
on
question.
that wall right there from stock into the bar. It's going to be Zeus to get the first one onto Judge.
He really got away with that?
Yeah, he managed to actually get that frag right there. And that's something that shouldn't happen
Yeah.
at all.
It's a really well-known angle, and you shouldn't be exposing yourself to it. Oh, is this going to be an Arsenal rush? It looks like it is.
No.
Everybody's pushing their way in here at the same time. State gets one, but only one. And Sportos will get the refrag, as well as starting the plant. Zeus holding on to the hallway. 30 seconds to get this plant down. JPM is in a really good spot, though, to deny it. It's going to be a stick, and a successful one at that, and a second kill, but no final kill. And a clutch from the Valkyrie there. In goes the Valkyrie, and the diffuser will be disabled. Drader saves the round, and Epsilon a 4-0.
That round could have gone way differently right there, especially due to the Maestro not checking out the default plant spot as soon as you drop through the hatch. That is where you plant. You either plant behind the shells right there, or you plant in that corner, or just instantly when you drop. But he checked 2. He didn't check the third one, right? So
yeah,
he should have had that kill.
Here's the really crazy. Again, I can almost feel the vibes that I'm getting right now from Fact. Like, they're coming within seconds. Wow, smooth. They're coming within seconds
Red Bull guy.
of winning. Yeah, that is Red Bull guy, isn't
Red
it?
Bull guy.
Yeah. They're coming within seconds of winning a lot of these rounds, and by they, I mean Fact, and they're losing every single time. That has got to stack up.
This is Benelux, by the way. Everybody gets free pizza if you come.
Did they just order a bunch of pizzas and then hand them out to the crowd?
You get pizza if you come here.
Yeah, make sure you show up to the next Benelux, guys. Free
pizza. It's
Yeah.
everything you wish for. Free entry, free pizza. We got goodies. We got everything, and we got.
I feel like we
some
shouldn't
nice
be
games.
advertising that because now we're like holding them to it. It's like, where's my pizza?
Where's my pizza next time I come? Yeah, no, definitely. You should have come today then.
Yeah, there was
Unlucky.
this time there was free
this
pizza.
time, and the
Yeah.
previous 3 lands. Actually, the previous 6 lands. So
Yeah, there you go. So probably, who knows? Maybe the next one. Well, I guess you'll find out. Anyway, it's going to be a nothing special. Never see. You see this usually every single clubhouse, but a bar defense being brought out.
I was going to say
nothing
bar?
special at all.
Nothing special. What?
Nothing special at all.
I was just looking at it.
Can
I was
you
like,
smell the sarcasm?
why are we here?
It's so yeah. We're going to bar. This is a very uncommon sight.
Now, Actually, I want to defend Epsilon. They've done it before, and they managed to win it because they have actually strategies for this. And that's...
The only good strategy I've ever seen for this site was from Dark Zero.
Yeah.
Dark Zero brought a castle strategy here where they delayed on the top floor, and then they retook the top floor, and they did castles on the site floor, and they actually had a really well set up thing. Profit entry here by Lounge. We'll get Dog on. It's a really good start for Fact Gaming.
Dogging too aggressive there. When he heard the jump in, he should have just fell back or at least waited for him to be peaked because, I don't know, like, there's no way you're going to be winning that. And it looks indeed like we are going to be seeing some sort of upstairs hold to come down right here from Epsilon. But it's going to be falling quite quickly as there is no bandit, of course, to trick or anything like that. So that wall is going to get opened up. Epsilon hoping to make their bar hold work, but they've already lost one of their players, so that is going to be not really helpful, so to say, in this very defense-sided map. So, I mean, you know, you might have wanted actually to not give away a round or a potential round, but it's going to be Trader to pick a profit right now. There's going to be the trade to come in. There's the Sophia gone off the board, the member, the entry fragger to go through.
All right. Yeah, Profit's been getting a lot of early kills. In fact, I think for opening kills, he's leading this match right now, but he keeps getting traded back. And that's not the end of the world necessarily, but it's obviously not an ideal result for Fact Gaming. Now, they have managed to take control of the top floor. From here, you can do a lot onto Bar, but what do they know about they can do here? Drader actually gets 3 kills from upstairs, and none can challenge him inside of Cash. What a success story. And Epsilon, oh, they keep adding to it as Judge gets another. It's all Sportos, and, well, I don't see him clutching in a 1 versus 4. It's not an ideal situation if you're Fact, and this looks like a 5-0.
And that's the thing right here. It was, of course, a bar hold like normally seen, but all the defenses were upstairs. Like the roamers they had to deal with were upstairs. And Fact just wasn't able to win all these gunfights, and because of this, they're about to lose it. But it's a beautiful shot to come down right there onto Judge. It's a 1-on-3 still, but we've seen Epsilon in this situation before. They'll just make sure no one peeks. They'll make sure that they won't have to commit to either a plant or to go for these kills. And with all the control that they have, that shouldn't be an issue now. And spotters will be taking care of the camera. We'll know that someone is going to be into the kitchen. We'll be actually spotting out the legs right there, but not being able to actually transfer that to a kill. And it's Epsilon to pick up the round onto Bar. Something you don't often see. And they just memed on Fact right here by getting this round in. No one expects you to win Bar. No one expects you to play Bar after all.
Salt in the wound for Fact.
If you want to trigger them, this is the way.
You've done it. Success. Yeah.
You see the smiles as well. They're like the smirk faces, like, hey, we just won Bar.
Yeah, I mean, on the final map of this best of 3, when you're up 5-0, I mean up 4-0, and then you win an attack win a defense rather on Bar, and you go 5. It's not looking good for Fact.
No.
There's not a whole lot of other ways to say it. They're going to take a tactical timeout right now, and they're going to contemplate their situation.
I would have done it last round. I would have round before, right?
I would have taken a tactical timeout after the second loss.
I was going to say round number 3, round number 4. That's when I would do it if it was them. They're going to have to change something up.
They waited.
And now there might be some irreversible damage.
Well, the thing is, why take a tactical timeout when you've only got 1 more round left in the first half? You may as well just be like, okay, we can't win a single round in this first half. We may as well just focus on the second. And then take a round. So Dark Zero have been doing this, and I think they're like the first team to really do it. But if they find themselves in like they're losing consistently, then they don't take a tactical timeout until they win a round. After they win a round, then they tactical timeout, organize a strategy for the next round so they can put 2 rounds together in a row.
Yeah, and then get the momentum going.
They get the momentum going, yeah. When you just take a tactical timeout to recover a round, then you don't get momentum back, you just salvage a round. If you win a round, then take a tactical timeout, then get another round, then you're building your win.
I don't know if Epsilon is just memeing at this point, but we're going gym instead of CCTV now. This was probably like the most closest one that we have seen out of the 2.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that basically there was complete side control. It was just a castle barricade there blocking them from actually getting the plant. So
this was probably one of the closest, yeah.
Yeah, so if the castle barricade wasn't there, the plant would have gone down. We would have been in an after plant situation, and in fact maybe would have picked up the round.
The closest, though, was the basement, though.
That's true. With the actual 1v1 to come down on round number 4, that was.
Yes.
So, I don't know about this. Like, Epsilon just giving them some space, maybe trying to get them into the match. I have no clue. Fact is that they are up 0-5, and if they manage to win this one, all they need to find is one round against a Fact Gaming that seems to be out of their doing. They're not really comfortable right now, and that is definitely going to be helping them during their attacks.
So, State putting down those bandit batteries, then running away. This could be a pretty easy opened wall with 1 EMP and 1 exothermic. There's a mirror window on the other side this time, which seems that it's not going to be an easy push into bathroom. Stade will get Oregon, and there goes your sledge. Not a great start for
Now he
Fact
can
Gaming.
go actually trick, but he's going to be too late because the wall is already going to be opened up due to the fact that they took care of one of the bandit batteries. And we see double mirror setup coming down, actually to make the other wall bulletproof, I think. Right? Because
I mean, partially.
partially bulletproof, like it's going to be harder to take care of it because there is that mirror window and there's still a visual to come down from JPM.
I mean, it just gives you more options to challenge if you're a defender.
Definitely. So
Yeah.
they're heavily invested on making sure no one will be entering from Jacuzzi, and JPM is the man to
He
do so.
used the wrong
he missed
one.
It. He
No,
wanted
he-
to get the impact. Yeah, okay. He wanted to get the impact, yeah.
He used the wrong one.
Oh, no. This is just mistakes, just, you know, getting up and up and up. All adding together. As it's Epsilon to possibly walk away with a 6-0 lead right here. As this mirror window is still here, they have to deal with it.
If it ends in a 6-0, Epsilon should be able to take it and win the best of 3, push themselves into the finals. JPM trying to hold on to this balcony using the mirror window. Thus far, he has been successful in that endeavor. There are 2 enemies on the other side of this. Flash has come out, but there goes the Flasher. No success on the Flash, but the second win is going to go to Profit before Stade can get the refrac. Only 2 left on Fact to try and deny this. Stade goes for an aggressive play, but misses his shots, and Zoogle will punish him for it. Zeus also gets a kill on the Judge. Suddenly, it's a 2 versus 2. But Fact Gaming are low on HP. Epsilon eSports definitely still have a strong advantage. There's 50 seconds, though, for Fact, so they could still bring this into their win. It's just not looking likely with the HP flashing on both of the Fact Gaming players.
Especially since they're facing a Scorpion right now on this mirror window. The diffuser is down there as well, so they need to recover it. There's no other way. As Drader is putting down goo mines all over the place, and with the low HP, everything will literally kill them at this point. 1 or 2 goo mines, and it's done for. And they seem to be calling for the rotate. It seems like they're going to be going from all the way over to CCTV to walk towards construction. Do you have enough time for this? I don't think they do, as Xugal right now will be deciding to jump in through one of the 2 windows. As there is no other option. There's a chem right there. There's nothing they can do. Zeus is going to get Grismodded out before he even reaches the construction side. The first kill comes in. It's all up right now towards Zeus to try and make a 1-on-2 happen. But it's Drader with the double to come through. And it's going to be the 0-6 to come up against Fact right now. It's Epsilon that needs one more round. As we see Eagle Maze clearly suggesting to his team. Every single time he's like, one more. Pointing it out there.
Now, I hasten to add that it is not over quite yet, but it is certainly looking like the end here for Fact Gaming. Unless they show us something truly incredible. It's not necessarily about the strategic situation as much as it is about the emotional situation. And I wouldn't even be talking about it if I couldn't clearly read it on the faces of the Fact Gaming players. But you can.
It's a clear thing.
I think anyone can.
Like, people are like, well, what does it matter what side you start? It's for the mentality. It's for the emotional thing. If you get the upper hand straight away, we are wired to feel things, right? Like, we cannot just shut off any emotion completely during a match like this. And
we're human.
We're human. And emotions are part of humanity, and that is exactly what Fact is facing right now. I was going to say, at this very moment, there's no C4 in like Mira. She still managed to pick up the kill. If she had a C4, just tossed it out right there, that would have been a double kill.
Yeah, I mean, you know, perfect situations, right? They don't always arise. Now, the one advantage that Fact does have, and this is definitely worth still talking about, is, well, they get to go to defense now. They'll be starting on Cash. We'll see how that works out for them. Cash is definitely the primary site for most people these days, but not all. A lot of teams prefer to go to the basement first.
Yeah, definitely. Like, but I think with the bans that we have right now, maybe CCTV would be the right option to go with. I don't know, like
the lack of hard breachers.
The lack of hard breach.
That, but
bar is already garage is already hard to have, right? But
I would still say that Thermite is more efficient on this site than on basement, at least,
because there's like 3 hatches in a wall that you need to open up.
Yeah, it's a hatch mania downstairs, whereas here there's a lot of walls to open. So
you only really need 1.
The walls or the hatches?
On C2E, you really need one. One
Well,
wall.
I mean, yeah, only need one, but it would be really nice to have more.
That
Like
is
if
true.
you open up the garage wall and the server wall and the workshop wall, then you got a lot more to work with.
That
than
is
just
true.
one or the other.
That is definitely true, as we see the run out coming down. Actually doesn't spot out the player right there. Eventually will, and it's going to be Oregon to start things off. That's the soft breacher off the board of Buck. Still have the Ash available to them, so nothing lost really as of yet.
So that's actually really big because, you know, little things like that, when you're fact, you're down
you up.
0-6. Yeah, you get a free kill, no refrag. That really does bring you back into the game mentally. So if they can get maybe one more kill unanswered, like that one more unanswered kill like that, and they can start to turn this into a snowball back to victory. There's another, in fact, as Prophet downstairs is not droned, and JPM just vaults in. Stade will get the first kill for his team. It's on to Oregon, the roamer. Still goes for a second inside of Lounge. We'll get a Legion trap, but no kill for his efforts.
Seems to be aware of the position of the fact players, at least somewhat, as he trying to get this reg. Will he get this kill as he swoops in? No, it's Prophet with the flick into his head. It's Judge now in a 1-on-4 situation. Wall is still well bended. There's nothing he can do. He needs to go from somewhere else if he wants to make this happen. And the question is, where will he go? Is he going to be going from workshop, or is he going all the way around, going up to the office drop hatch? Possibly. No.
He doesn't really have a lot of choice.
I think
right
he's going to be using this as a timeout for his team.
That makes the most sense. If you just chill here, wait for the round to conclude, your team can strategize a win on the next site, which is likely to be the basement.
That is true. Like you could get everything together.
They only need one round, right? If Epsilon wins a single round, then
it's over.
Oh, it's over. So if they get this 1 minute here to think about how they're going to attack onto the basement, they put together just a really good pocket strategy that Fact is not ready for, and they manage to take it, then it's over. There's no second chance for Fact Gaming right now.
They cannot make a single mistake. That's the whole point. Like, not a single mistake is going to be permitted if they want to stay in this, if they want to actually go to the finals, because it's Epsilon that finds themselves up with 5 toes into the finals right now, as it's going to be Fact to win this one. Expected, however, it's really going to be about this next round, where we are going to the basement, most likely. However, it's Fact. We've seen Fact do crazy things in the regular stage, like, you know, going to the tertiary bomb sites consistently. They might do so now as well. I wouldn't, though, because you're kind of in a more rough spot, so to say. You don't want to take any risks right now, because every risk can be your last. So, yeah, right. So,
yeah, play it safe.
Play it safe. You gotta play it safe.
Yeah.
This is not the time to take risks.
We'll see what they decide to do once we actually get into the round. So far, I mean, we've seen Fact at least get one round, so no perfect map for Epsilon. But it's definitely not. It's not a like, oh hey, they're coming back, they're making it happen. Not just yet. They're not there. 6 picking it from Capital to Capital and from
Tactical.
Mira into Valkyrie.
Capital to Capital is one of my favorites.
Yes,
Like such a tactical choice.
They never
right there.
expect it.
They would never expect it. No.
Now it's going to be a basement defense here for Fact. Setting up for impact tricking. They've got good information in both a Maestro and a Valkyrie. Kind of Legion, if you count that. Standard Jaeger play. Can't wait to see what Mai get brought in so we can see deviations from Jaeger. That'll be interesting.
Because we right now have like 93% pick rate on Jaeger.
Well,
right?
you have to bring
You
him.
have to bring it, because otherwise you're just going to get naded out.
You either bring her or he's banned, right? Or you're getting,
Those are
exactly.
fun matches, though, if he gets banned.
Yeah, it's what's interesting matches for sure. Fun, maybe not.
Maybe not to play.
Not
but
for the defense, but
No.
yeah. Again, it'll be interesting to see when Womai gets brought up. If not just to correct the ban, then also just for the sake of variation. Anyway, the way that the setup's coming up right now, it's pretty standard stuff. They're not taking any risks, as we suggested. They're going for drop-down reinforcements and just a site hold. Nothing too elaborate.
Yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary here. As you said, like, everybody seems to be on side, just Prophet camping on these stairs right here, trying to make some damage to go through. It's actually Stead somewhere taking a gunfight.
He could do some work from there. But this is a big risk from Prophet. You got to remember, and the risk pays off. Drader loses the gunfight.
They were ready for the refrag.
There's Fact going for the retreat. Yes, they were ready for a refrag. If Prophet had lost that,
Oregon would have been right on it straight away.
and that would have been a refrag. So Fact Gaming They set themselves up for that, and they managed to work it well. Now, they not only get the kill there onto the Capital, but they also do a lot of damage to the Ashe. And again, those unanswered kills are the types of kills that give you the capacity to not only win the round, but to bring yourself back into the match.
It's exactly what Fact needs right now, and Epsilon not realizing that looked seemingly like, right, you want to push in with 2 or 3 people at that point. You want to make sure that it's going to be safe. And also, that should have been droned out, just to say at least.
What's interesting is they just used both exothermic charges on drop downs. Yeah, on the blue one and the Moto one.
Okay, so we might then see a very heavy drop to come through with some flashbangs, some grenades to go. I don't know, that's what I'm expecting then. They're going to be trying to nade out this position in blue and then go for it. But there's 2 players there.
Here comes the EMP to clear the ADS and the nade to follow it up. Second EMP just in case. Here's the nade. No one playing there. The Legion is moved. Prophet gets a C4 onto Judge, and Epsilon's chances are dwindling. Only a minute left here. Stayed on low HP. JPM is going to have to do a lot as the Thatcher. He's run out of utility, so, you know, he's basically just a fragger now.
Yeah, he definitely needs to make something happen right here. It's going to be Oregon to pick up a kill, Prophet to pick up one as well. It's his triple, and it's suddenly all up to Stead. Now, we've counted them out once before. That was in a 1-on-3 situation, which he somehow managed to clutch, but on this map, with the amount of stuff that has been opened up and the 1v5 situation, I don't think it's going to be possible with 30 seconds.
Yeah,
so
I'll be real, I don't think this is going to happen.
No.
It's going to be another time out.
Yeah, indeed.
The one cool thing about this for Epsilon eSports is that they can... Listen, again, he's not being scared or playing it, you know, just selfish or stat padding. He's just taking time to give his team some moments to, you know, plan for the future. Anyway, so... again, I don't know. There's not a lot to say about this right now other than Factor taking calculated risks and it's working out for them. On top of that, you've also got nothing to answer back from Epsilon. They're not getting refrags frequently at the beginning of these rounds. You could see that there's a little bit of life coming back into the faces of Fact. You know, they're starting to feel a little bit more, you know, present in this
Getting
match.
happy again, and you see some irritation right now, I believe, right there.
Do you know what's weird?
JP.
It's like a seesaw.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have it happy faces on both sides.
No, it's one or the other.
He's sucked out of one and goes into the other, and then just back and forth. Because remember, Fact won map number 1. They were looking jovial, they were looking happy, and then Epsilon wins map number 2, and then it was the opposite. You know, now Epsilon's happy, you know, and then now Fact, and they won 2 rounds in a row, and they're potentially going to bring themselves back into this.
But this is the round, though. This
yeah, they're
is
going to
the round.
They have to go to the off-site.
The tertiary bomb site. That
The tertiary, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
It's
to
a
say
weird
that
word to say. Nobody uses it.
I use it.
Okay.
I always use it.
You do?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well, Flynn uses it too. You
yeah.
and him would get along. Yeah. But yeah, tertiary.
Tertiary, yeah.
Yeah.
I never said offsite.
Offsite? Yeah, I mean,
you have 2 offsites, right? That's
well,
what
there's only one offsite here for me. On Clubhouse? Yeah, because Cash and Basement for me are primary sites.
I mean, someone likes to go bar.
I know a lot of people who like to go bar. Yeah. But that is also, I guess, an offsite.
It's
yeah.
an off-site.
It's an off-off. No, so that's a pocket strat site.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's a pocket strat site. This is an offsite. Done.
Discussion taken care of. There you go. It's an off strat. No, pocket strat. There we go.
So we're seeing a gym defense here from Fact. They had to go somewhere between this and bar. They decided for the safer bet. Now,
good choice.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good choice. So they've extended themselves into cash, and nothing else really too eventful going on here. They've got the castle to allow for the bandit tricking. Epsilon's clearing out the roamers.
Yeah, they're going to be having to clear out the roamers, but the thing is, it has been completely reinforced. Oh, so they're going to be having to choose whether or not they want to. Well, that's just easily taken care of. There's just a hammer coming in right there, and that Evil Eye will no longer see the light of day. But they're going to have to decide right now, do we want to use an exothermic charge, or do we want to have both available?
I think they're using it. I think I just heard it. Just getting... Oh, Flash goes the wrong way. And yeah, he's pulling out the exothermic. He hasn't actually placed it yet. There's impact tricking going on here, it looks like.
Oh, the great comes through. It actually gets it, but the question is right now.
It didn't.
No, they didn't get it. And there's the down to come through as well, and that's very huge for Epsilon. They managed to get the wall, and they managed to get the kill. As both grenades, well, 2 out of 4 have been used right there to get that kill secured, and we right now see the likes of Fat Gaming digging themselves in from that side of the window. Oregon somehow gets a knife kill. It's Oregon to come in from the back to pick up yet another one, but it's JPM to go in for the refrag. It's a 3-on-3 situation. HB advantage is definitely into Fact's favor, but still, in a game that headshots are an instant kill, HB doesn't need to mean anything. If you're just quicker on the finger, if you're just more effective and precise, then JPM can just as well turn his entire round around.
So this is winnable for either team, that's for sure, but I gotta say the assertiveness from Epsilon in the beginning of that round is really gonna pay out for them. It definitely shows Fact Gaming that, yes, okay, you've gotten a couple rounds, but you're still not in control here. Drader is working his way into office. Uncontested. DeMarc comes out into the castle, and that's going to force Zoogle to actually maneuver. Drader kills the other player, though. That's Zeus, who's trying to assist Zoogle. No refrag comes out here, which means Epsilon have a gun advantage. Sportos will get JPM, but here comes Dogon, and he gets Sportos in an answer, and that's it! Epsilon Gaming take the match, and they will push themselves into the finals to face Trust.
These emotions right here. It looks like they already won the finals, right? It shows you how tense this map was for them. Or at least this matchup was, because this map honestly looked to be going towards Epsilon's side the entire time, purely due to the emotional factor that we saw. In fact, Epsilon, they will reach the finals, and look at all the crew they have with them, the support staff, 2 coaches, an analyst, manager. They were here to win. They're here to beat Trust Gaming, and well, I said beforehand, if there's going to be one team to challenge them, it's going to be Epsilon, and they just managed to reach the finals. Congratulations going through some nice sportsmanship to come through. You see the beaten up faces right there from Fact, but
I mean, understandably beaten
understandably.
up. Like if you do a quick recap there, it was easily in the hands of Fact.
It was just border
a number of moments, yeah.
That they messed up hugely. They will have to rewatch Border. They will have to learn from those mistakes and make sure they fix them for the next season, because what happened there is the pure reason why they didn't manage to eventually get it.
Could have been Fact. It was, in fact, though, in the end, Epsilon. And that's it for you and I, Hap. We'll toss it over to the analyst desk and hear what they have to say about it.
Thank you so much, Kix and Hap. Yes, we are back on the analyst desk. Antox, we're watching this. We expected a Map 3. I have to say we were pretty right about that.